Profits. Today's video is about taking profits with SUI. Now, SUI is one of the top performing layer ones, and it has been for the last 12 months, even longer. And it's often compared to Solana, another huge, little bit older crypto. Now, I was fortunate enough to get into Solana in January 2021 at around $3. And in November 2021, the price went up to about $260. So that's almost a 90x. Now, I'm not expecting a 90x with SUI, but I am expecting maybe a 10, 15x. But I am very, very bullish on SUI. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll feel the same. So we're going to look at some SUI news, some really exciting news. I'll tell you the data I'll be using to help me take profits in crypto. I'll tell you my latest exit strategy, then how I'm specifically taking profits with SUI. And to finish off, I'm going to tell you how I can help you really win in crypto with my 8 years of experience. So, news from SUI Basecamp. The SUI Basecamp 2025 event held in Dubai last week highlighted significant developments in the SUI network ecosystem. Massive growth in DeFi and user base. SUI surpassed $2 billion in total value locked, TVL, with bridged Bitcoin, BTC assets more than doubling in 2025. User accounts grew from 10 million to 120 million in a year, driven by low gas fees, new apps, and integration with Walrus, a storage-focused chain. Over 17 million wallets are now active on the network, so people are using the network. BTC Fi expansion. SUI's Bitcoin finance ecosystem is scaling rapidly, with over $200 million in BTC TVL locked, signaling real capital inflow and a shift from speculative promises to tangible growth. SUI Play, something that I bought last year. A web-free gaming hardware device was showcased, bridging mobile and blockchain gaming experiences. The first 10,000 have sold out and should be available this summer. 21 shares SUI ETF filing. Swiss asset manager 21 shares filed for a SUI exchange-traded fund ETF with the SEC, with their president Duncan Moyer, however you pronounce his second name, speaking at Basecamp, reinforcing SUI's growing institutional appeal. What gets me excited about SUI is the speed, the low gas fees, the team behind it, and the fact that it's actually getting used. Just have a little look into the team behind the Move language, that the team behind Libra when Facebook tried to do their own crypto a few years ago, but they got blocked. The team is massively impressive, so check them out. So that's some of the news from the Basecamp, SUI Basecamp. There was loads of positive news. There's loads of things to be positive about SUI. I've been invested since around June 2024. I got in at around $1 and I'm very bullish. Like I said, I'm expecting it to go to at least $10 in 2025. So the data I'm going to be using to help me to take profits in 2025. First of all, and most importantly, the global M2 money supply. When you look into it, liquidity is hugely important to assets like Bitcoin and crypto, massively important. And this is going to go up significantly. It's a fact. It's because the US, big countries like the US and China need to refinance their huge debts. So global M2 is going to go up and the price of Bitcoin is correlated and you're talking 84, 85%. So this is likely to go up over the next few months towards the end of 2025. And when it stops going up significantly and it tapers off a bit, that's probably a good time to take profits. Then I'm also looking at the ISM manufacturing index. And again, this is massively important. This basically tells you the state of the American economy. Now, currently it's around 47, 48. When this gets above 50, it's a little sign that the old season has started. And when it gets to about 60, that's probably a sign based on historical data that you should be selling. Next, market emotions. And I personally use the fear and greed index. Basically, go against the herd. When there's loads of fear in the market, this is a good buying opportunity. When there's loads of greed, so you're talking 85 to 90, when you look at the fear and greed index on CoinMarketCap, this is a good time to sell. Technical analysis is something I use. I'm not a day trader, as I always say on this channel. I just want to know the overall direction of the market, of Bitcoin, and I use technical analysis. And what I use is simple moving average, exponential moving average, relative strength index, and volume. So I want to know where we are. Are we in an uptrend, downtrend, boring sideways, which we're kind of at the moment? And then this will help me. Among the other data points that I'm talking about now, this will help me to take profits. I also use the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is around 63 to 64%. Frustratingly, really frustrating. We want that down towards 50. If it's 45 to 50%, this is a good time to sell. I also look at the others dominant, and I'm also looking to keep fully up to date with what's going on. And I use mainly X and YouTube. Finally, I'm checking to see if retail are back in. Are friends and family torturing me, asking me what to buy, when's the next 10x, 100x, 1000x, when to sell, etc., etc. You can also use app stores, Apple app stores. If crypto exchanges like Coinbase, Binance are somewhere near the top, you know that retail are back. So this is the data, most of the data I'll be using to help me take profits. Now, if you want to know exactly how I'm putting that data together, type yes below, join my community. You can find the link in the description on this channel, and then you can get a one-to-one strategy call, and I'll help you to take profits. I'll be talking more about my crypto community towards the end of this video. Now, my latest exit strategy for 2025. So my exit strategy, as should be the case for every investor with crypto or whatever you're investing into, is aligned with my risk tolerance and my financial goals. I'm personally going to be taking 50% out in Q2 if and when alt season starts. Then I'll take 30% out in Q4, and 20% for most of my positions will be held long term. For my tax-free crypto, that's in my tax-free wrappers, my ISA and my SIP, self-invested personal pension, I'm going to swap 100% for cash in Q4. So that's for stocks like MicroStrategy and Coinbase. And then I'll leave this cash inside the tax-free wrappers until the next bear market. This strategy is for some of my main positions. So that's Solana, SUI, HBAR, XRP, Casper, and some other positions. I've got about maybe 10 to 15 positions. I've still got some shit left over from the last cycle as well. With XRP, I'll take 50% out in Q4, and 50% is for long term. For Tau, my main AI position, I'll take 80% out in Q4, and 20% is for long term. Now, price targets. This is just for a bit of fun, bit of speculation. And as always, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm just trying to help you with my experience. Solana, $750. SUI, $15, maybe $20 if we get an explosive bull market. HBAR, $1. XRP, $10. Tau, $9,000. And Bitcoin in and around $150,000. So what do you think about these price predictions? Do you agree, or am I talking out of my ass? Let me know in the comments. So how am I taking profits specifically with SUI? So as I said, I'm taking 50% out in Q2. That's the plan. 30% out in Q4. But specifically with SUI, I'm going to be using a time exit strategy. So when I get a 5x, so I invested at $1. When the price gets to $5, that's a 5x, I'll take 20% out. This means I have zero risk. I've took all of my initial capital out, and then I'll be just monitoring data daily and taking profits along the way. Again, so I'll take 20% out of SUI, so I'll take another 30% out in Q2, I'll take another 30% out in Q4, and 20% is for long term. If SUI flies up in value at some point over the next few months, and it means I hit one of my financial goals, I'll take it all out. That's what you've got to do. You've got to really align your profit-taking strategy with your financial goals. So that's my profit-taking strategy specifically with SUI. So how can I help you with my 8 years of crypto experience, my up and down crypto experience? So going back to 2017, 2018, I fucked up massively. I didn't have any financial literacy. I was clueless. I put 6,000 into 3 altcoins. By the start of 2018, it went up to 30,000 and I was dreaming of 100,000. I didn't have any idea about crypto. I had no cash out strategy, nothing. That 30,000 went back down to 6,000 and then almost zero. This is what not to do. Now, over the last 2 cycles, I've managed to hit 6 figures. I've done this in 2021 and I've done it again in 2025. This is because I finally became financial literate 2019 onwards, and I've been putting the graft in. I've focused on education. Now, if you want to learn what I've learned over the last 8 years, in a couple of hours, you can join my crypto community. All you've got to do is type yes, and I'll send you the link, or you can check the description out. The link can be found in the description. Join my community. You get a 7-day free trial, so it's risk-free. Currently, there are 4 investing courses with one that I'm adding in just a few weeks. And as I said just a few minutes ago, you're also getting the opportunity for a one-to-one strategy call. But this is going to be limited to 10 people initially, just because of time, because I'm busy with crypto, busy with work, busy with jiu-jitsu, busy with family, blah, blah, blah. So I've only got limited spaces for that one-to-one strategy call. So this is how I'm going to help you with my 8 years of experience. Obviously, you can watch all my videos on my YouTube channel, but to really get like help and support that you're probably going to need, especially if it's your first cycle, join my community. There you're going to get support from me, other investors, other serious crypto investors. And I honestly believe if you get around other investors, it helps you become a better investor. 2025, as I keep saying, is all about taking profits. So even if you don't watch any more of my videos on YouTube, you don't want to join the community, please focus on education. Please focus on that all-important cash out strategy. Anyway, that'll do for now. You're waffling on. Let's have a little look. Oh, nice little keyboard warrior. Lian Jia egg. So I'm assuming that's a reference to my head. Nice one. Love a keyboard warrior. Albie Wharton said hi. Hi. Hello. Cordially, hi. Hi. Few more highs. Matthew Thompson, hi Pete. Hello mate, how's it going? Hopefully speak to you in the community. Hope everything's going okay. Anyway, that's it for now. Good luck.